My name is Persephone. I am the daughter of the goddess Demeter and the wife of Pluto, the god of the underworld. I welcome you to my underground kingdom, the Alistratis cave. At this point, 3 corridors start, the left one which is 700 meters long and not yet accessible, the right one which is 300 meters long and the main corridor which is 1 kilometer long where I will guide you. So, let's start.
I was created at the Institute of Computer Science of the Foundation for Research and Technology. My purpose is to accompany you during the virtual tour in the Alistrati cave. The temperature inside the cave is between 17 degrees Celsius and 20 degrees Celsius, winter and summer.
We have arrived at the largest space of the cave with a length of 45 meters and a height of 15 meters. This is the oldest part of the cave, at least 3 million years old. In front of us there are various formations, such as stalactites, which are the formations that start from the roof of the cave and end at the ground. There are also stalagmites that start from the ground and end up on the roof. When stalactites and stalagmites meet and merge, then columns are created, as you observe in front of us where we see an example of a union of stalactites and stalagmites, which we call the Bat of Hercules due to its similarity. The creation of the cave began many millions of years ago, when the plains of Drama and Ceres were lakes. The continuous rainfall covered the mountainous volume of the area, and gradually the formation of an underground river started, which later gave rise to the dome of the cave. Then, given that the roof of the cave has a large amount of limestone, its erosion began, and with the continuous dripping stalactites were formed, which in turn formed the stalagmites with the downward flow. This process took over 3 million years. It takes more than 50 to 500 years for 1 stalactite centimeter to form, depending on the amount of calcium carbonate in the drop. Furthermore, within the cave we will observe colorful stalactites and stalagmites which were painted by the oxides of iron or other materials that exist in the roof and were carried away by corrosion. Let's move on.
The ecosystem of the Alistrati cave is of great biological interest due to its size, the impressive number of bats it hosts, and the existence of endemic organisms. Please follow me. Apart from the impressive number of bats, in the cave unique microscopic organisms exist such as Alistratia baroni, a unique kind of isopod. Due to the thin overlying layers and the high stalactite activity, the value of carbon dioxide is relatively high.
We observe here a special formation which looks like a crown. Its creation may have started 1.5 million years ago. Behind the crown is the natural entrance of the cave with a depth of 10 meters, where the first explorers discovered the cave. The cave was known to the inhabitants of Alistratis, and it was used for hunting wild pigeons. In 1959, a local teacher, having the information that ground holes exist that lead to a cave, led his students and discovered this underground world. They then notified the secretary of the Alistratis community, who informed the Hellenic Speleological Society. In 1976, delegates of the Hellenic Speleological Society, led by Professor Nikolaos Simeonidis, and a team of Austrian speleologists, led by Dr. Robert Zaman, explored the cave's interior, mapped it and prepared relevant exploitation studies. In 1978, the first funding took place for setting up the operation of the cave. 20 years later, on June 21, 1998, the cave started its operation as a municipal and regional enterprise in the form of a Société Anonyme, a form that is still valid today. Let's move on.
Please follow me. It takes 100 years to make 2 millimeters of a stalactite.
At this point we see a disc-shaped stalactite that formed 1.5 million years ago, and was created due to the strong pressure that existed in the opening of the stalactite, and also due to the air currents that existed and formed the folds. This disc stalactite has a diameter of 4 meters, and is considered the largest in Europe. It has a white color due to the marble on the roof, and its shape depicts a statue. Let's move on.
Please follow me.
We have just arrived at the eccentrite with its helictites. This is a rare structure which does not exist in many caves around the world. The helictite is created due to the pressure on the already existing cracks and, depending on the air currents, it is directed upwards, leftwards, rightwards or even downwards. At this point you will continue with your tour guide. Please enjoy the tour and I look forward to guiding you again. Thank you very much for your attention.
Please follow me. You can freely explore the place. You can freely explore the place. You can freely explore.